Namaste, Jai Bharat. For people of Bharat, we don't have religions as one understands religion per se. We have dharma. And dharma means an entirely different thing as both theoretically as well as practically. As a result, for people of Bharat, we have a dharma which functions as an overall umbrella above us, above our heads, which regulates, controls, and guides us. Now, that is the pattern in which our society is patterned. That regulates us, that controls us, and gives us guidelines and provides a sense of direction. Theya, disha. This is what makes us not do things which are inappropriate. See, there is always a conscience within a Bharatiya's mind. I'm not telling others don't have, but then Bharatiya's minds are facilitated to have this conscience which makes him conscientious through the very existence of a concept and practice of dharma. It is inappropriate. We can't do it. Now, but then there are many actually who don't get this dharma into them. They are there like that. But I'm talking about the majority of people in Bharat. This, of course, I can vouch for. The majority of people in Bharat are guided by dharma. So, dharma functions in our society as a guiding principle which provides desideratum, which regulates us to be appropriate in everything. This one thing is absolutely missing in the society of Pakistan because they have abandoned their Sanskriti very voluntarily long back, thinking that they are more right. And of course that goes on. Recently, I think today or yesterday it seems, the Pakistan created a story. They are very good at creating narratives, flop narratives, and the people are very good at understanding that they are making false narratives. That's a regular phenomenon with Pakistani narratives. People understand it in 2 days' time. So their success is very, very short-lived. There is a story that in Baluchistan, a school bus was blasted. There is a story that in Baluchistan, a school bus was blasted. A school bus of, this is important, Army Public School. Army Public School, normally the students will be Fauji's children. Normally, not necessarily, but normally. And then they wanted to accuse that at the instance of Bharat, BLA has done it. The Baluchistan freedom fighters, I would not call them anymore as the Baluchistan Liberation Army, I won't call them. They are Baluchistan freedom fighters of Baluchistan. That, of course, Arnab has made it very clear in his republic that he also said that from now onwards, I would not call them as Baluchistan Liberation Army, I would call them as Baluchi freedom fighters. Of course, we all follow that. So the Baluchi freedom fighters at the instance of Bharat has done this. And their project was to project to the world that this is what we have done. Of course, that's a flop project because no one is going to believe it. People of Bharat won't do that. Killing children, killing innocents, people of Bharat can't do it. Our dharma ethos used to be such that suppose your weapon gets dropped off your hand, we used to tell them pick up your weapon and fight. That used to be a kind of dharma with which we used to fight battles, and that's what makes our battles dharma yuddhas. War on the basis of righteousness. For right things. Dharma yuddhas are for dharma, but guided by dharma. We never used to attack women and children. We never used to destroy villages. A soldier who fights in the battle, who is armed, is fought with. Not his family, not his villages, not anyone. And with the conch shell blowing in the evening, the battle stops. No one fights you from behind. No one stabs from back. That at least used to be our past. And don't you think that we'll still have some remnants of our erstwhile Sanskriti? So Bharat won't do such things of blasting, and this blasting is your business. You had been blasting all over the world. You had been killing people all over the world for what you don't understand. That's very pathetic. Today or this morning, I suppose, Israeli embassy was attacked. Israeli embassy means one couple who were about to get married, they were engaged people, two Jews, man and a woman, were just simply shot dead. And that man who killed her got, I don't know what he gets, just simply killing people who do not know why they are getting killed. Of course, they understand why you are getting killed, because you have an enmity to the Jews. You are taught right from childhood, kill the Jews. Kill the Jews. And then this part of the world, Pakistan and a related place, Hindus are kafirs, Jews are kafirs. Kill Hindus, kill Jews, fine. This is what you have been taught right from childhood, and you execute that. And then you enjoy, must be enjoying immense satisfaction in doing that. Where it takes you, no one knows. The world rejects such people in time. In spite of the fact that, see, there are many in the Western world who are soft to people like this, who are actually soft to terrorists and terrorist supporters. They should have not been soft. They have got enough punishment, and they continue to be gluttons for punishment. They are very soft to terrorists because the terrorist houses can be taken for a ride by them. They can use them for their ends. That's very selfish. You are facilitating overall destruction of world civilization by getting these people to do petty things for you. And then of course you'll abandon them. You have nothing emotionally to do with these people. I'm talking to Western world. But you continue to facilitate them, you continue to be soft. What is the point in giving IMF loan to Pakistan when the Pakistan is actually at war with Bharat? What is the point in giving? What are we trying to prove? Humanitarian, you don't speak about humanism, you have absolutely no right to speak about humanism, because you never had practiced humanism. In reality, you speak, it's lips full of talks and action full of contradictory actions to what you speak. That's what Dr. Jaishankar has asked you. Speak, practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. And don't you think that we understand that what you preach is one thing and what you practice is an entirely different thing? Don't you think that the people understand? We understand. So, the Baluchi story narrative they created to create a story that at the instance of Bharat, the Baluch freedom fighters have blasted a school bus which belongs to Army Public School. Now, ironically, the schools are on holidays. The exams are just over, I think, and they are on holidays. There is absolutely no possibility of a vacation class, and that is they can't afford to have a vacation class because Baluchistan is scorching hot. So it's nothing. They must have blasted a bus with no one inside, and then say so many people killed, children killed, all the stories. But this, at least, the world won't believe. I don't know how they will react, but they can't believe. They won't believe this is such a stupid thing. Bharat can't do it, we won't do it. We don't kill women and children, and we don't kill innocent people. Look at the way Bharat struck Pakistan after a long time. It was the erstwhile governments who were again soft to Pakistan. Foolishly, they wanted to show to the world that they are very refined people, very balanced people. In battle, you can't show others. You can't be good and be effective at one and the same time. So the erstwhile governments in Bharat, the Congress-led governments, wanted to be good boys, good boys, good boys. Sweet talks, because they don't face anything by themselves. Our people face difficulty. So they have not retaliated, they have not reacted. They simply talk to people. Then you are not affected. The Western world is not affected by what happens in Bharat. You can afford to say, go sit and talk. You are not hit. We were hit. We don't want to sit and talk to these people who has no sense of understanding. And our people, when they are talking, whatever, everything you take back and all the stories which repeats. Whatever our military gained by shedding blood in war have been swapped and destroyed by our politicians at discussion tables. That this is because the politicians don't care for the people. We have a democracy, we have strong opposition, so they are forced to do things. In spite of that, when such actions are required, they don't do anything. They want to be goody boys in front of us. They said, what have we gained? Such goody boys? Their ends were disastrous, unfortunately. So this story doesn't sell. And the Baluchis, they are not brutes like the Punjabi Pakistanis. They are not brutes. They don't do such things. I'm sure the Baluchis don't attack women and children. They're freedom fighters. They have a cause. They're fighting for their land. And you don't love your land. Baluchis and Pathans do love their land. Pakistani Punjabis don't love their land. I don't know what they love for. The story flopped. The school bus was blasted. The incident, if I say, was that Ajak, who was giving this narrative, and he's a Baluchi, I think so. Ajak, I saw his video this morning. He says that a suicide car hit and blasted the bus of Army Public School. Okay. Suicide blasting and all the schools. You think the Baluch freedom fighters will do that? They will rather get themselves jammed into an army cantonment or into some army installations, or will pick your trains. They hijack trains. What a amazing thing! Hijacking a train. They would do that. You think they will go to innocent children and women? That's your job. You only take the women at the night, in the darkness of night, pick up their men and kill them after torturing. You must be enjoying to torture human beings because you are not facing it. Someone else is facing it. And when someone else is crying, you enjoy. That's a disease. And you don't have the medicines to do that. And why you in Punjab you don't have wheat cultivation? Oh, maybe you would like to do opium cultivation, which is more profitable, or things like that. Anyway, this is the situation in Pakistan, telling lies and trying to make people believe, and of course that doesn't work anymore. People at least don't believe you without taking a pinch of salt of the stories and narratives whatever you make. So we shall meet again. Till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.